Hey guys, it's PostBoxPat. Just before this video starts, I'd just like to say I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Now I'm going to be giving away a variety of vouchers on Xbox and PlayStation. For example, on the left hand side of the screen right now, I have a voucher right there. Now to enter the giveaway, all you simply need to do is subscribe and turn your notifications on. Leave a comment down below why you want to win the giveaway, and also don't forget to hit that like button because that'll give you the best chance of entering. If you haven't already, go and follow me at PostBoxPat because that could give you a great chance as well, because you can also contact me via Twitter. And the giveaway will last all the way until the end of August. So from now to the end of August, in any video, I'll be choosing random people to gain vouchers all the way to the end of August. And if you aren't from the UK and you need an American voucher or a European voucher, I will change it and get you that as well. Now let's try and get 30,000 subscribers and enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's PostBoxPat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Pocket Edition version 1.2, the Better Together update, is almost at the same stage as TU56. Now we all know that Console Edition is slowly going to disappear, whereas the Bedrock Edition is going to take over eventually on the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Obviously there'll be two versions out for a while, but eventually there'll be one version because you can't purchase the old version anymore. So what is coming to make these two similar? Well, there's been a few things leaked and released over the few days. We've got the user interface, which by far is my personal favourite, so I'm going to show off that first, and then I'm going to show the rest of the features off. So we've got the new user interface coming to Pocket Edition, which allows for bonus chests and things like this. They're basically making it exactly the same as Console Edition, so you can get bonus chests, custom super flat, all that sort of stuff. You can change the weather, host privileges, which is now classed as cheats actually, rather than host privileges, because technically it is cheating really. And then you've got all the other settings there, exactly like Console Edition, which is very interesting. Obviously it's the Better Together update, so they bring everything together to form one version, but it's just unfortunate 4J aren't that one version. So the next thing I've got to show you guys is the new user interface there on the chat bar. You've got teleport, weather, time, spawn and things like that, and you've also got the option to change the weather there as well, which is interesting. Time's interesting as well because that isn't actually on Console Edition. You can't actually change the time, so that's interesting as well. And then another feature is the higher you go up, the more snowy it becomes and the less rainy it becomes, which is interesting. So here's all the features getting introduced into the game. Now there's absolutely tons on here, and to be honest there is no point in me showing all these off because honestly they're all the same as the Console Edition features near enough. There's a few extra features, some extra blocks in the nether and things like that, but I believe we're going to be getting them anyway. So everything here is near enough the same as the Console Edition, or basically the same. There's nothing really new at all, everything we've seen before. So yeah, just have a look at it, read through it. It's really not much. You're just getting like stained glass extras, music discs aren't in Pocket Edition and they're getting added in, parrots, banners, book and quill, all that sort of stuff that isn't in Pocket Edition, and the 3D animation on the rendering, that's pretty interesting. All the sort of stuff like that. The most interesting thing is probably the music discs and the user interface, because the music discs take up a lot of space because it's like 8 or 9 songs being added into the game, so that'll take up a lot of space on the actual game itself, probably about 50 MB on your mobile, which really isn't too good for people who have limited space on their mobile. And then obviously you've got all the other features which are pretty interesting as well. So other than that, it's basically becoming the same kind of game as the Console Edition, which is very interesting, and I'm glad this is finally happening. I believe probably the Console Edition will be slightly ahead, but there's some things that the Pocket Edition has that we don't have, and basically they're trying to merge them together. Now personally I believe that the Better Together update will be released on Pocket Edition before it gets out on Console Edition as a new game. I just feel like that's the way it's going to be. They're going to have it all running smoothly on Pocket Edition, and then the Xbox community and the Nintendo Switch community will be able to join in. I just think that's the way it's going to work. I don't think they're going to release them all at the same time, just because, I don't know, I just can't see it all working at once. They'll probably release it on the Pocket Edition, find all the bugs, fix all the bugs, and then introduce the Xbox Edition with no bugs in it, and same with the Nintendo Switch. There probably will still be bugs, but hopefully that'll be the best way to do it. I just think that's going to happen as well. Release date wise, I haven't actually got a release date. Unfortunately, I have been thinking about it, and I'm going to think about it for the next couple of hours as well, look into it a little bit and see when we might actually see this coming out. Obviously it's sometime in August or maybe at the end of this month, but like I said, I personally think that the Pocket Edition version is going to come definitely first, and then the Console Editions will follow. Well, when I say Console Editions, it's only Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. For all those wondering, and I get this question every single video, PlayStation is not getting the Better Together update. I know it's bad and it's all that, but it's PlayStation's fault. They didn't agree to it. So if you want the Better Together update on PlayStation, you'll have to moan to PlayStation. Unfortunately, it's not Minecraft's decision or Microsoft's decision, because PlayStation have declined the offer. And it is actually running I messed up then. It is actually running on PlayStation 4 smoothly, because they have actually tested it for PlayStation 4, so it is able to run on it, and it will be able to run on it when it comes, if it ever comes out. And what I can see happening, from my opinion anyway, I can see it happening as in the Xbox and Switch edition will be out for a year, and then they'll go, oh, you know what, we'll release it for PlayStation now, a year late, or something like that. That's what I can see happening, because it's pretty obvious something like that's going to happen with it. Now, not only that, we are losing the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 and not PlayStation 4. We are losing PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. Obviously, we are losing PS4 as well, but that probably will come in the future, I reckon, anyway, in my opinion. But for now, it's not coming. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 is gone. PS Vita's going. Wii U's going, and I think that's all of them. So, yeah, all them 4 are going. So, they're going to still be worked on by 4J, but honestly, I think 4J will go for about a year, and when it gets released for PlayStation 4, I personally think, obviously 4J, if you didn't know, 4J Studios have actually developed previous games in the past. I believe they developed Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls game for the PlayStation 3, I think, the port version, and I believe they've developed Banjo-Kazooie, is it? I'm not 100% sure what they've developed in the past, but it's something like that they've developed, and they do other games, and personally, that's what I think is going to happen. I think 4J is going to get to a stage where PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, no longer updates for Minecraft. Obviously, they'll discontinue the Wii U and PS Vita, and then it's bye-bye 4J. A lot of you are going to be saying 4J are working with Mojang and that. They are working with Mojang, yes, but they are a separate company. They are not 100% part of Mojang. Whereas this new team developing the Pocket Edition is the Red... I've forgotten what they're called. They're like the Red something team, Red Coast team or something like that. I do know what it is, but I can't get it out. It's not in my head at the moment. But they are actually working very closely with Mojang. They're actually in a studio basically with Mojang, or classed as Mojang. So yeah, we've got 4J who are still with Mojang, but personally, this is my opinion as a business point of view, I think in about a year and a half or a year's time, 4J will discontinue Minecraft, their versions, and they will be left out of the Minecraft, unless they get introduced into Mojang. I just think 4J, there'll be no point having them, because they won't be developing them versions, and they probably already know this as a business. That's why they've rushed the last few updates, and obviously we've got the downside of the season passes and things like that, and I think once all that content is released, that'll be the end of 4J. They'll keep updating until they get to a certain stage, and then when the PS4 version comes out, which it probably will, the Better Together update on it, unless it might come out and it just might not be connected to the Xbox One and Pocket Edition and all that sort of stuff, but it will eventually come out, and then 4J will die off, or they won't die off, they'll basically be discontinued from Minecraft, and then they'll work on another game developing it, and it just will no longer be continued with Minecraft. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen in the future. That's just a big prediction. Usually my predictions are correct, and I have been correct with the previous stuff related to 4J increasing their updates. A few months ago, around about Christmas time, I said, have you noticed that 4J Studios have rapidly increased their updates, which we could clearly see they were bringing out content very quickly. They were taking a while, and there was no sign of servers or anything like that, but we could see the content was definitely increasing in pace with leaks and things like that, and it's pretty obvious what that was for. That was to get the versions in line, so people can still play on the Xbox 360 and enjoy Minecraft as you would on the Better Together update version. So it's interesting to see that TUs are no longer going to be used and things like that. Obviously, TU56 isn't the last update. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube saying, it's the end, it's the last update. No, it's not the last update. The last update will be when they decide to finish 4J Studios and discontinue. That's when the last update will be. And it will happen. It will happen. It's just, when will it happen? I don't know. I can't say. I assume it'll probably be about a year's time, because they've still got DLC content to bring out. And there's a lot of players on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 still actually playing Minecraft on them consoles, because they're a lot cheaper, they're easier to purchase, and they run near enough exactly the same apart from the render distance. So there is no point of really discontinuing them yet, but there will become a stage where Xbox will say, or Microsoft will say, look, it's time to stop developing them. So yeah, that will happen. All them people who have been saying end of updates and things like that, I've seen plenty of videos on them. Yes, it technically is the end, but it's not, because they're going to be continuing for about a year and a half. It's just not going to be related to the Better Together update, and there are still going to be people playing on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 or PS Vita or Wii U, because that's what people have. They're not going to buy an Xbox One or a Nintendo Switch just to play Minecraft on the Better Together version. They may buy a Pocket Edition, or you may have a device which has that on it, or a Windows 10 computer. You may have maybe a PC that can run it, or maybe an iPad or an Android device that can run it, and there you are. You can play with your Xbox players and the Switch players. However, the number thing I've been looking into is the disadvantages and the advantages between them. You do realise, well, I realised, and I think many of you will realise, that you're probably going to have a better advantage maybe on the Xbox One Edition because of the controller. If you come against a person using no controller on the Pocket Edition and you've got a controller running very smoothly and running very fast, obviously Windows 10, that's a PC, you could probably get that running pretty well if you are a good PC player, but just considering it, a console player using a controller on Minecraft seems a lot more advantage in all the mini games and things like that. And there's also, I'm going to be covering this in another video, to be honest, because it's a bit confusing, but they have the marketplace, and I've already covered the idea of the marketplace, but minigames and things like that are getting released on the marketplace. I don't know if these are servers or just things that you download to play with 8 of your friends. We'll have to look into that, and it's something I really want to cover and look into, because I was looking at it this morning, and I was thinking, this new minigame's been released, and what exactly is it? Is it like minigames on console, or is it just simply a map that you download and you play with your friends? I don't want it to be that, download and play with friends, because honestly, it's very awkward to get subscribers in when it's like that, because there's so many people trying to get in. It's hard to add everyone quickly and things like that. Unless someone does it for you, it's very difficult to do that and continue making videos at the same time. It's just awkward. So they need to have it at the same system as the Xbox. We'll have to see anyway. I don't want to go into it too much. We'll look into that into another video, which will be coming out this week sometime. Definitely going to be covering that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. That would be really interesting. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to enter the giveaway. Don't forget, if you aren't already subscribed, let's try and get 30,000 subscribers straight away. I'm glad that Console Edition and Pocket Edition are merging together, and eventually 4J will die out. I've got nothing against 4J. I just feel like they have been poor through the last 2 years of development. They just haven't been up to standard, and obviously lately they've been releasing lots of updates, and well done, congratulations 4J, but back then they weren't amazing. So that's my opinion anyway. Everything in these videos is my opinion, so don't judge me too much in the comment section. I always say what I think, and usually it's 75% right. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and once again, this is POSTBOXPAT signing out.